Hello, my name is Mena from The Foolish Couple. Here's a fun question for you. If you can choose to become a superhero of your choice, and you get to choose from any superhero of your choice, Superman, Wonder Woman, anybody that you desire, just choose to be any one of the superheroes, who would that be? And why do you choose to be this specific superhero? What is the specific superpower or characteristic that specifically appeal to you? Last week, I talked about what I did while Andrew was out of town. And this week, I'm going to tell you the other thing that I did while he's not with me. You see, we like watching movies together, but when Andrew is not with me, I don't go out to the movies by myself. But I do like to rewatch some of the really good movies. Andy isn't into watching something that he's already seen, so watching a rerun, a movie for a second time is typically something that I do by myself. And this time around, the movie that I chose to watch is Marvel's Doctor Strange. And there's one common theme that pretty much made most superheroes, and no, it's not money, even though that's a common amongst Batman and Iron Man. And no, it's not alien blood. Not all of them are Superman and Wonder Woman. What most superheroes have in common is that they have been through some type of extreme trauma. Batman's watched his parents die. Iron Man has a similar fate. Superman saw his whole planet turn to ashes. Some type of life-changing event that pretty much ended the life as is and began the journey as a superhero. So Doctor Strange, a massively successful surgeon that is supposed to be the best in his field, someone that is wildly respected, tall, handsome, drives a Lamborghini, a man who seemingly has everything we would ever dream to have, is a person that we all love to be. At the height of his career as a surgeon, due to one single careless act, lost control of his Lamborghini, the car fell off the cliff, and as a result, he survived, but lost the dexterity of both his left and right hand. And for a surgeon, a profession that relies heavily on their pair of hands, that makes the end of his career. He can no longer be a surgeon. Heck, he can't even write legibly. He's lost all the respect as a doctor. He spent most of his money doing a variety of medical procedures that just couldn't help him get his hands back. That huge sense of loss drove him into an even worse temper and eventually drove away his girlfriend. And then he is left with nothing. And that's a lesson that all of us should learn. In one split second, everything can change. Look, things can go really wrong, really fast, without you being able to react to it. And that's a price, and the price could be very high, monetary and otherwise. Like Doctor Strange, you could lose your money, your career, your relationships, your hope, and your dreams. You lost everything. And it is your reaction to the situation that will make or break you. You could accept your fate and choose to have nothing, be nothing, or like all superheroes, they are like a phoenix. They could burn down to ashes and they can reborn and soar to new heights. The important lesson is that the end of a phase is the beginning of another. And whether your new phase, your next life, is better or worse than your last one, that is entirely up to you, your attitude and your reactions. Doctor Strange didn't give up, even after he had tried every experimental procedure, even after all his doctor friends refuses to treat him because they are afraid of losing their reputation as a medical professional. He kept on digging, asking people of alternative ways to heal. And he has gone great distance to eventually find his new path, his next phase. Now, even though the story is, of course, it's fiction, the path that Doctor Strange went through is very real. It happens to all of us. Maybe not in the form of extreme trauma. At least I hope you never have to go through something like that. But isn't getting married a life-changing event? Your old life as a single person is gone. You move on to the next phase of your life as someone's husband or wife or a life partner. Now, I don't know which phase of your life you are at, but if you're engaged and planning your wedding, I know it seems like the wedding day is the only thing that matters to you, and it should be. Your wedding day should be special and memorable. Now, for me and Andrew, our wedding day is, I gotta say, far from perfect. I'm not talking about my hair or my makeup or stuff like that, little stuff like that. When we got married, one of my best friends flew 3,000 miles to come to my wedding as my maid of honor, and she stayed with us. So 2 days before our wedding, in a sunny, nice afternoon, we had all our friends to meet us at the hotel to run through a rehearsal, and that would have been the first time I've seen the venue, seen how the place is set up, how we're going to walk, what we're supposed to say, stuff like that. Now, on our way to the rehearsal, my friend is in the backseat, Andrew was driving, and with no warning at all, bam! A car sideswiped us on the driver's side. Car is a total loss. All three of us had to go to the ambulance, take the ambulance to go to the hospital. And we spent hours sitting in the hospital waiting. My friend, a young, beautiful girl, ended up with 16 stitches on her forehead right here and one broken front tooth. Both me and Andrew had bruises all over us, and we are hurting all over. And thank God we are alive, but those hours that I spent at the hotel watching the doctor stitch up my friend is probably one of the most memorable moments of my life. I will never forget it, and I never want to see it again. We somehow managed to get through our wedding, and thank God we delayed our honeymoon so we're not flying out the next day, because honestly, when something like that happens, there's a lot we gotta do to put our lives back together after that incident. And things eventually worked out for us, even with a not very perfect wedding. What really matters to us and to you are the days that come after the wedding. Your wedding day is a turning point for the both of you. But what really happens to your life are the days that follow your big day. It's the lifelong dream that you're building up your life, you're building up your happiness and your dreams. So back to Doctor Strange. What makes him unique is really his attitude towards his new phase in life. He practiced making those really funny circles tirelessly. He reads a lot of books, like lots and lots of books. Most of the other apprentices, they practice when you're asked to, and they just, they don't do the due diligence that he does. And that's what makes him different. His willingness to learn, to practice. I know that for a long time after I got out my master's, I feel like I never want to touch another book again, at least not another nonfiction book. As a college graduate, we felt like we knew everything there is to know, and we don't need to learn anymore. But this kind of arrogance, thinking that you know everything, is exactly the reason why you need to learn more. The arrogance and the fear will stop you from moving forward. So, truthfully, your life really happens after you get out of school. And that's where you really needed to get the knowledge to deal with your life. There's no class in school that teaches you how to live with someone. There's no degree in intimate relationship. And honestly, our parents, our friends may not always give us the best advice on relationships, right? So wisdom is in the books. The more you read, the more you move up in your life. Nowadays, it's even easier to read your books now that you can actually, not only can you read them, you can also listen to them. So what is the last nonfiction book that you've read? How long ago was that? Good books are worth a second read, just like a good movie. And remember that your relationships and a good life requires practice, making mistakes, and reading a lot of books. And there are a load of books out there. And if you want a place to start, we have a short list of our favorite books for you to start. Now, we're not endorsing any of these books, and we definitely don't gain anything out of recommending these books, but they are our favorites, and we hope that they could help you too. So next time, we're going to talk about Doctor Strange again, but from a different perspective. Him and the medical profession, this whole thing about reputation first, not the patient, and how he managed to convince his body to get to work and fix himself, put his body back to again. And so here's a fun question to end this episode. When you get a cut on your finger, you put on a bandage, right? Now, is it really the bandage that is healing you? If not, then what is fixing you? We'd love to hear your answers, your comments. So go ahead and head out to our website at www.thefoolishcouple.com. Leave us your comments and questions. While you're there, make sure you sign up for our updates. You will instantly get access to some of the really cool, awesome goodies, and you would be first to know of our updates and our next episodes. So go ahead, leave us a comment now. Until next time, love what you live and live what you love.